Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about Unit 3. In that Unit 3, we are discussing about the first normal form, that is 1NF. First normal form is a simple form of normalization. It simplifies each attribute in relation. In first NF, there should not be any repeating group of data. That is, repetition is to be avoided. Mainly normalization, why we are using means to avoid the repetition of data. So in the first NF, there should not be any repeating group of data. We are not included in the database. In the each set of column must have a unique value. Each have a one unique set of value is there. It contains atomic values because the table cannot hold multiple values. Here we take it as consideration for example employee table. Here AC code 123, the serial number, then otherwise we call it as an employee code, and employee name ABC, PQR and XYZ, and they are working in different departments like sales, production, human resource, quality assurance and marketing. In the employee table, how we are going to use using 1NF. In that E code, that is employee code 11, employee name ABC, and department it is different. One is sales department and another person is working in production department. And second employee, he was working employee name, we call it as a PQR. He was working in human resource department. Then XYZ, that employee name, but he or she may be working in quality assurance, and here another person working in marketing. So employee code, it is the same name, same numbers, and employee name also same, but only the different department name is different. The same way for the employee code 1 and 3, we have the same name and same code, but the department name is different. So we have to avoid this type of repetition of activities. In the second normal form, second NF, the table is recorded in 1NF. The main rule of 2NF is no non-prime attribute is dependent on the proper subset of any candidate key of the table. This is the main thumb rule here we have to follow. That is, no non-prime attribute is dependent on the proper subset of any candidate key of the table. First we have to recall that what is candidate key, then only it is possible to understand. So recall that what is candidate key. An attribute which is not part of a candidate key is known as a non-prime attribute. If it is not a candidate key, then we call it as a non-prime attribute. The employee table using 1NF ABC, then employee age it is 38, and another employee code PQR, then employee age is 38, and employee code 33 XYZ, it is employee age is 40. Candidate key E code and employee name. Here the candidate key is E code and employee name. Non-prime attribute is employee age. The above table is 1NF. Each attribute has atomic value. However, it is not in 2NF because non-prime attribute of employee underscore age is dependent on E code alone, which is proper subset of candidate key. This violates the rule of 2NF, as the rule says no non-prime attribute is dependent on the proper subset of any candidate key on the table. Second normal form, employee 1 table, E code, that is 123, employee code, then employee age 38 and 40. Employee 2 table, employee code E code, it is 11, and employee name is ABC, and 2 it is APQR, and 3 it is XYZ. Now the above table compiled with the second normal form. Okay, when we go for the third normal form, the third normal form 3NF is used to minimize the transitive redundancy. In 3NF, the table is recorded in 2NF. So normally the table it may be in 2NF form. While using the 2NF table, there should not be any transitive partial dependency. First, we have to understand what is transitive partial dependency. Then only it is possible to understand the third normal form. Okay. Here, the 3NF reduces the duplication of data and also achieves the data integrity. Here, we have to give two important points. One is data achieves the data integrity. Duplication we have to avoid, and data integrity also we have to avoid.